We're Charlie and Leanne, a couple from California who left our cushy suburban life to spend the next several years cruising around the Pacific Ocean on our boat, Juliet. And our little dog, too. Last episode, we were enjoying a fabulous few days at Chacala on the Mexican Pacific mainland. In this episode, we set sail for our next destination of Cruz. But first, we have some final thoughts on Chacala to share with you.
So our impressions of Chacala are as follows. First, it was a good anchorage in that it was real easy to come into, very few obstructions, easy to set the bow anchor. The one challenge was you had to set a stern anchor, and that would keep the bow pointing into the swells. If you didn't do that during night when the wind dies off, the boat would go sideways in the swells and rock really bad. So we set a stern anchor. Even though we don't do it very often, it was pretty simple. We have the process down, and it worked out okay. The water, it was surprisingly not as clear as I expected. I thought it would be more blue, clear water, but it was kind of murky. But still good enough to make water using our water maker, so that was good. And the temperature was warm enough. It was 80 degrees, so we could swim in it okay. Another nice thing is they have this area over by the fishing pangas. There's a boat launch area where you can land your dinghy outside of the swells. So it made going into town real easy for taking Bubba in for a walk or going in for a restaurant or getting supplies. So from a cruising, anchoring, access standpoint, it was really pretty good.
I love Chacala because the little town seemed very much like a very authentic Mexican beach town. It was a little more built up, actually quite a bit more built up than Matanchen, which really didn't have much of anything other than the banana bread bakeries. But there was a lot of palapas on the beach, which had really great food, great seafood. The beach itself was fantastic. It's good that they have that dinghy landing because the surf was really high on the beach. It was actually perfect for swimming. The waves were just enough to kind of let your body surf without, slamming you. But trying to bring a dinghy in there would just be a nightmare. And we know that because we tried it and we got dumped. So once we learned about the dinghy landing, it was much easier to get in. It's very popular among the local Mexicans. I think there was a lot of people there that just come for beach days. Oh, we loved the bakery. Which had all, sourdough bread and pizzas. Oh yeah, great pizzas, cinnamon rolls. The only thing that I had a problem with Chacala was the mariachi bands. It seemed like each restaurant on the beach, and there was a lot of them, so it was a long beach, and each restaurant wants to have its own mariachi band. And so sometimes you'd have, a mariachi band on one end, one in the middle, one at the other end, and they're all playing different songs at the same time, really loud. And when we're out on the boat in the anchorage, we don't necessarily hear all the instruments, but we can really hear the tubas. And so they're all competing with each other, pa, sometimes going late into the night. So, I don't know, the mariachi bands.
Yeah, they were really fun and interesting for the first hour or two, but going on for multiple days, it got kind of tiring. So, because of that, Chacala was not one of my favorites. I found it a little annoying, actually, after a while.
Yeah.
So, different perspectives.
Yeah. Well, I love Chacala. So far, it's my favorite anchorage on the mainland, but looking forward to moving on to new destinations and see more of the mainland.
Time to say goodbye to the mariachi bands and head to a spot that's been high on our bucket list for quite a while, the port of Cruz. It will be our first port in the enormous Banderas Bay. Bahia de Banderas is one of the largest natural deepwater bays in Mexico and includes the popular cruising ports of Cruz, Paradise Village in Nueva Vallarta, and Puerto Vallarta. It was 43 nautical miles, so pretty much an all-day sail, and it turned out to be one of our best sails yet. Sunny, wind at our back, just perfect for a brisk downwind sail. Boundless pulled out their chute almost immediately, which is always a thrill. But the thrills were just getting started.
So I've been watching this whale breaching
I don't know if I'll be able to get it. It's kind of far away, but I'm going to give it a try. But it's a pretty big whale, and he's been jumping really high. And there's Boundless off in the distance with their beautiful spinnaker up. Oh my God, he just did it again. I hope that came out. Another breach. We have seen whales breaching before, but they're always too far away and you can just kind of see a splash. This is probably the best sight I've seen, the closest I've been to a whale breaching, where I can actually see his whole body coming out. There's his spout. Whoa! Look at that! Oh my God! Are you seeing this, Charlie? Holy crap! Oh my God! What a show! Oh, there's his fluke. It's fluke. He might have just dove because I just saw his fluke go down. But then he might come back up. There he, oh my God! There he goes! Whoa!
That was one of the most thrilling moments we've experienced yet. Anyway, pulling into La Cruz, we were startled at just how built up it all is. We spend so much of our time at small villages and hard-to-reach anchorages that seeing all that civilization was a bit overwhelming. The marina here is pretty newly built. It's well run with nice showers, a VIP lounge, and a yacht club. It's easy to get into with plenty of wide slips and a very convenient fuel dock. The Wi-Fi didn't really work here, which is kind of a bummer, but we find Wi-Fi at marinas can really be hit or miss. And if you don't want to pay for a marina, just outside the marina is an anchorage where you can anchor out for free. We decided to indulge and stay in the marina for the first part of our stay here. So here's Juliet, snug in her slip. One of the best parts of La Cruz is the very busy fresh fish market right at the marina. The first place we've seen on the mainland where we could buy just caught fish fresh off the pangas. We would make heavy use of this market during our stay. There's a nice beach with available lounges, but we were so busy during our 2 weeks here that we never did get to the beach. There's also a very nice clubhouse with a small pool and a pretty fancy seafood restaurant on the top floor. So once we were settled in, our first order of business was a reunion dinner with our friends Peter and Tom from the sailboat Bohemia, who also happened to be in the cruise. By the way, if you haven't watched their channel, you are seriously missing out. The next day, we set off to explore. This was a whole new type of Mexican town for us. La Cruz de Juanacaxtla is a quaint, laid-back little town with cobblestone streets and a really cool vibe. It's not a touristy place at all, but it definitely caters to the cruising community. It has a colorful town square, ringed by some huge and very old trees called Juanacaxtla trees. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly, but I'm trying. It's what this town is known for. These trees are famous for their massive proportions and unusually shaped seed pods, and they provide great shade in the little center here. La Cruz also has a lot of interesting murals painted throughout the town. For lunch, we went to this tiny little restaurant recommended to us by other cruisers, which is basically the backyard of a family's house. Talk about authentic cooking. Grandma made the food, Mom made the tortillas, and the kids served the delicious meal. That evening, we discovered another one of the fun things to do in the cruise. On Friday nights, the local vaqueros come in and put on a show for the cruisers on their dancing horses. La Cruz is also known as a hotspot for live music. The music scene was a bit slower than normal due to COVID, but you could usually find a band or two playing at open-air restaurants, sometimes pretty late into the evening, and they could be loud. Bubba is clearly a fan.
I'm here at the La Cruz market, the open air market here. The most fabulous market I have ever seen. It focuses on handmade crafts and artisanal food, cheese, and of course there's vegetables, produce. I've been really enjoying shopping here. I have not had a chance to buy clothes in probably a year and a half since we left. So I spent way too much money at this one booth over there, but I stocked up on all the clothes I'm going to need for the summer, so I'm pretty happy. Anyway, I'm just having a fabulous time here. I just love this place.
This market was huge. Booths ran from the far end of the breakwater all the way to the very beginning.
Hello, my name is Pia. I'm one of the organizers of this market. So we started 11 years ago as a small group of neighbors, and now it's been growing a lot. So the particularity of this market is handmade stuff, since food, artisans, so all kind of vendors, and we always have live music and always like surprises, like shows or something fun you can find in here. So from 9 to 2 every Sunday from November to the end of April.
Here was my favorite booth. These ladies make handmade clothes out of swimsuit material, which is perfect for boat living. Just rinse out and hang on the lifelines, and they dry quickly. As you can see, I went shopping. I splurged on several outfits. And then I got to the food booths. Yum!
Hello, welcome to Salsas Pajarilla World. We sell salsas from the Oaxaca state, and we have a different kind of flavors. We have a salsas for fish, we have a smoky, fruity, and mild.
I'm Hugo, I'm French. I live here now, it's been like 2 years. I live in Mexico, and we started this crepe business with my older brother.
That is just beautiful.
Here it is.
Yay! And now to see if it tastes as good as it looks.
La Cruz Marina is super active with tons of events, activities, and classes of interest to cruisers. While I was there, I got to attend a class on sushi making put on by a local sushi chef.
We need the basic tools to make sushi. Of course, we need the bamboo rollers.
Once he demonstrated the technique, I gave it a try myself. Not bad, huh? And the best part is, we got to eat our work. And this is when it turned out to be so lucky to have that fish market right there. The next night aboard Boundless, I used my new skills with fresh fish right off the panga. After 2 weeks enjoying the luxury of a marina, we decided to go spend a few days out in the anchorage, which meant Bubba got to get dinghy rides again.
No pressure, guys, no pressure. Not yet, because he sees them, calls me, I run up, and they go away.
I like how they jumped right next to your boat while you guys were busy putting the dinghy away.
Exactly. Exactly. What I said. And then when I pull out my camera to videotape them,
Yeah, they're gone.
they're down there.
Yeah.
Well, they're only elusive for me. You see them all the time, but the moment I come out, they disappear.
But I whipped out my camera, hoping to catch one. Do you see any jumping rays? Yeah, me neither.
Oh well, once again, the rays eluded me. On we go to shore, but I will find some at some point and film them. Cool, I got one.
As the sun set on the cruise, we felt overwhelming gratitude at the natural wonders we get to see nearly every day, living this unique on-the-water lifestyle. Be sure to come back next time as we continue to explore the Mexican Pacific mainland. If you're enjoying our videos and want to help support our channel, please consider becoming a patron. You can find us on Patreon at the address below, or click the link in the video description. And don't forget to subscribe. Also, we love it when we get comments, so please tell us what you think.